Hey, and welcome back to Midnight in Sea Garage. Today will be something a little bit different. Just doing some maintenance on my wife's car, which is a 2019 Subaru Impreza. Just need to get an oil change done on it, as it is time for that. Going with the Mobil 1 high mileage oil and OEM Subaru filter there. So filters are on the top here. So pretty easy to reach, nothing to reach around. These are actually really easy to change oil on. Got your dipstick right over there, oil cap right here, and obviously the drain plug is going to be on the bottom there. So while I'm here, I'll go ahead and check cabin filter, air filter, and do all the tire pressures for while I'm in here. But yeah, to get started, we're going to pop the cap off of this, loosen the oil filter, and then after we do that, we'll get the car up on jack stands and get up under it. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to go ahead and draining the oil. Got the cap loose there. Oil filter's loose here, so it doesn't keep suction on the oil, and it'll all drain out. I got my beautiful red carpet right here. Need to get me a creeper, at least until goal is to eventually get a lift in here, but for now it'll be using a creeper once I go get one. Alright, so let me get the light on. Let's see, there we go. So it is right here for the drain plug. So no cover to take off or anything, it's just kind of right here. I believe it is a 14. Sometimes the 14s get replaced with a larger 17, so let me verify that real quick. Yes, hers is still the 14. These do have crush washers on them, so I do have some right up here. So I believe it is going to be the smaller one right here. You can kind of see, well, kind of has like a little dimple on it where it crushes down. So make sure you do replace those with a new one. You can generally get those from the parts store, or if you can get them directly from Subaru themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and start draining that oil now, and then I'll resume after that. Alright, so we got it draining now. Easiest way to do it is kind of go ahead and break it loose. I take my thumb and I just kind of spin it like that until it flops out into my pan here. That way you don't make a mess all over your hand or all over the floor. I do like the longer pans here instead of the circle ones, because you know it doesn't really come out at a circle. Kind of shoots out in a far line and then kind of creeps back closer under the drain plug. So I'm just going to let this finish draining. While it does that, got my white monster, which is a necessity here with the shop koozie. So go check out the shop and 251 Designs with Corey, and you know, help support his channel. He always helps support mine, so we always kind of throw those favors back and forth. So once you have that draining, you go ahead and get the oil filter here the rest of the way off, and then we'll get that new one prepped to go on. Alright, so the old one's off here. I did get a little shop rag, clean off the part here that the oil filter mates to, and got all the little debris out of the cup as well. Cleaned up the lip here also. I do generally put just a little bit of oil on this O-ring when it goes back on, just so it doesn't dry out and stick, because sometimes those do stick pretty hard to these. You got to get some channel locks or something to twist them off. So just to kind of not let that happen, put just a little bit of oil on that. Got the old filter, new filter down here. Usually just pop the plastic off here and then kind of do a little dupe on top of the old one there, just to kind of get that O-ring a little bit oiled up as well. I don't pre-fill them. That's just, it never made sense to me. Subaru doesn't require it, so I don't do it. You know, there's controversial, you know, arguments about that, whether you have to, whether you don't, but Subaru doesn't say to do it, so never have. I'm gonna go ahead and get the oil filter back on here, then we'll get the new crush washer and the drain plug back in. Alright, so drain plug and the new gasket are on. Oil filter is on, as you see here. The old oil there. Make sure you do get the old crush washer off, as you do not want to double those up. I generally just spray the plug itself off with some brake clean once I get it on there, just so it doesn't look like it's tracking any oil, like that right there. So I'll clean that up in a moment. And yeah, once you're done with that, you're kind of done down here. I do go ahead before filling it, putting it back level, so I'll go ahead and put the vehicle back on the ground first, and then I'll get it filled up with oil. It is 4.6 quarts. What is recommended, then obviously you want to start the vehicle and check it after that to make sure it's where it needs to be if you need to top it off anymore. Alright, so the vehicle's back down, got the oil bag in it, and just started it. So I'm going to go ahead and check the oil level and verify where it is, and if I need to add a little more, I'll go ahead and do that then. Then you just go around, double check, make sure nothing is leaking. If you did everything properly, it shouldn't. You'll check cup here, make sure that's not leaking around the oil filter. Check down there, make sure it's not leaking on the ground. And like I said, you just go over your air filter will be right here for your engine. You'll pop that guy out. The one for the cabin on the 19 Subarus are gonna be down here. You'll just pop this little guy off that, pull that guy out, pull this guy out, and then this will just come down. And let me get the light back on here for you. It'll be right here. So you'll just pull these in, pull these in. Oh, let me do it with my other hand. And then boop, it's right there. You'll just pull that guy right back out. I know it's clean because I just replaced it last time, and these usually take about 25,000 miles or so to get dirty, unless you're just going through a bunch of nasty stuff all the time. So I am going to go ahead and pull it out just to make sure, since I'm already here. But yeah, that's where your cabin filter is. Pretty easy to get to. Then you'll just put it back together the same way. Don't forget to put your little plunger guy right here back on, as people tend to do that. And then when you go to open it, it just flops down real fast instead of you know, nice and slow. Yeah, outside of that, it's pretty much done, guys. Thank you again for tuning in to Midnight NC Garage. And like I said, check out 251 Designs, the shop worldwide, and we'll see you next time.